Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
Hello, this is Renegade Carrot. We are doing Bloodborne, a no HUD walkthrough and also a playthrough. It's a walkthrough because I've beaten this game before, and I believe I've beaten the DLC at least once. I do know the boss battles, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert at them. This is also a playthrough because this is my first time doing a no HUD playthrough of this game. So, there it is. And I must say, having recorded quite a few episodes already, it is quite the experience. So right now, we are the hunter. We've come to Yarnum because of some personal reason, I assume. We are in Yosefka's clinic. We've come here because we needed a blood transfusion. I suppose because you were sick with something. And now we have a message saying we must seek pale blood. So, commentary will be limited. This is just the first episode. It's mostly going to be me explaining things. But in the next few, I'll only be talking at certain points where I feel it's necessary. So this attack right here is called a visceral attack. Sorry, I almost said skill. Visceral attacks are determined. Their damage, I mean, they are determined by your skill stat. So I have chosen a skill build preset, the professional. So my skill stat is around. No, I think I chose troubled childhood. Either one. Either way, skill stat's pretty high. Everything else is kind of, it's average, I suppose. It's around 13. I will be doing a skill build. I was debating on choosing arcane, but a lot of the hunter tools later on, they require blood bullets to do, and I didn't want to have to constantly, micromanage too much anyway about how many bullets I was using per boss battle. Arcane is very powerful later on, but since I'm doing no HUD, I would rather be more careful and just pursue a skill type of build, more melee combat. So what I'm trying to do right here is I'm trying to get this guy to do his, I will burn you with my torch move, so I can backstab him, but it doesn't really work out. I just like to backstab this guy just, well, because I can, and I like the little extra bits of blood echoes that he gives me a little earlier than usual, but instead I managed to get him stuck in this carriage, and then I decided to move on. It's a bad habit. I know I can skip him, but I'm so used to just backstabbing and killing him that I always have to do it. This is the first time I've skipped him, so I guess he's lucky.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gairman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but You're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the door, should it please you.
So this is the Hunter's Dream. It is it is the main hub of this game, similar to the Nexus in Demon's Souls. Although, unlike the Nexus in Demon's Souls, we no longer have to go to a blacksmith. Instead, we're just gonna walk out to that desk and repair our weapons or upgrade them. Alright, so right now we're going to be talking to an NPC called Yosefka, and I would urge you to pay attention to the tone of her voice as she speaks.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting.
So some of you may be thinking, well, what's the problem with that? She sounds nice, she sounds sweet. Well, later on, after we beat the second boss, there will be a change in her personality. Now what that change is, that is up to debate. But there's a definite change, and I do like it, because when you first hear her voice, when you hear her speak, the tone of her voice, like, I didn't pay attention to the tone of her voice when I first played this game. And then the change happened, and then I was like, whoa, this doesn't sound like the same character. And I just thought it was cool. So that combo was a very useful transformation combo, which is R1, L1, L1, and then if you have enough stamina, you can just continue this way, like R1, L1, R1, L1, just over and over again. And the transformation attacks, for the saw weapons, I believe that is the fastest transformation attack in the game, which is very useful. I learned that from watching a few speedrunners do this game. And although I'm not proficient enough to do any speedruns myself, I did learn a lot. I learned a lot of useful techniques from watching their videos. Like I believe one speedrunner called Jesus, I forgot his full username, but he's very charismatic. And I watched him speedrun this game. And that's where I picked up, you know, the R1 and L1 L1 trick. If I stumble over my words, it's just because my brain is going much faster than my mouth, so I kind of get tongue-tied. So coming up, what's going to be happening in the next couple of minutes of this video is I'm just going to be running around, collecting upgrades, talking to these NPCs, even though they don't really matter in the long run. None of them come out of their homes, they just tell you to fuck off. Very charming folk, you know, we totally want to save this town. Yeah. So, if you're not interested in that, you can just skip ahead until something happens. Or you can just watch me run around, try not to get killed, and collect some items.
yourself, come on. You'd open that door on a night of the hunt. Away with you. Now.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
So oil urns are useful because they allow us to do double damage after we throw it at an enemy and then we immediately attack them with some kind of fire damage. Like, say, a weapon that is infused with a fire gem or Molotov cocktails, which we're going to use this combination of items against the Cleric Beast to hopefully defeat him just a little faster. These guys are incredibly easy to parry. Or what you can also do is just, simply avoid their attacks, dodge to the right or the left of them, and then hit them with a visceral if you can. So that is the torch. There's another version of the torch that we can pick up later on. that version, I believe it's called the Hunter's Torch. That has I think it's like a B scaling in Arcane. So I suppose if you don't want to use your gun, if you're on an Arcane build, you can just use the torch. It's pretty good early game, actually, from one Arcane playthrough I did. But in late game, the damage from the torch, it falls off very quickly. Something cool about Arcane is, if you're attempting to do a build like that, you will get something from Gilbert later on. Once we unlock the next area, he will give you a flamethrower. It's really called something else, but in my head, I always call it a flamethrower. Oh yeah, shoot this dog once he gets out of the cage. So Gilbert will give you a flamethrower, and that is a hunter tool. It does use blood bullets, or just regular, 100 bullets, to use it. It uses 1 bullet per 3 sprays, if that makes sense. And what hunter tools are good for is that you can increase your arcane stat all the way up to 99 and there's no fall off damage. Like, there's a soft cap and a hard cap for certain stats in each Souls-like game. Like, for Bloodborne, for example, I believe the soft cap for skill is 40? 45, maybe? And then the hard cap would be around, I think it's around 60. But for arcane weapons, not arcane weapons, but hunter tools, like the flamethrower, they will keep increasing in damage until you reach 99 arcane. There's no diminishing returns for hunter tools, which makes arcane builds very viable, in my opinion, late game. Early game, it's kind of hard, because if you want to do lots of damage in late game, you would have to sacrifice increasing your HP or your stamina in favor of just pumping all the points into arcane. So I don't know if you could tell, but Arcane is my favorite build. So that'll be it for this video. In the next one, we will be continuing on our little adventure through Central Yard. I'm going to be heading into the sewers, picking up more upgrade items, talking to an NPC, and then getting our second saw weapon, the saw spear, which is more dex focused, or skill focused, rather than the saw cleaver, which is more strength focused. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.